and the resulting border security issues. Through my platform on the Homeland Security Committee, I felt that I had some ability to influence our policy toward those regions. Howard invited me to Arizona to see the soil and water conservation work, but also to see the effort he was making to understand and develop data about border security. The price of my admission to his farm and ranch was that I could not bring any staff, and I had to read his 2013 book, 40 Chances, Finding Hope in a Hungry World. "You're on," I said. I read 40 Chances not because I thought I would find enlightenment, rather because I said I would. Instead, I found I could not put it down. Books about foundations work so often involve fluffy tales of success, hope, and happiness. In 40 Chances, I found honest autopsies of failures as Howard has tried to solve hunger crises all over the world. An example about how an intervention may have caused more problems than it solved, or how a huge investment had only limited impact. The book showed how money and good intentions don't make complicated situations and issues any less so. The lesson is, you don't abandon the effort, but you must approach solving these problems with honesty. I was instantly drawn to Howard's brutal honesty, and this book delivers more of it. Howard will always tell you the truth as he sees it. There is no partisan agenda or self-promotion. Howard cares about what works and how to achieve results that don't disrupt delicate relationships. How many philanthropists and investors have you heard or read about who put their failures on display so that others can learn from them? How many will use their own missteps to foster dialogue on how to solve problems? I know of only one. Howard is the son of a famous investor, and people may be dismissive and think his philanthropy is some kind of an indulgent hobby. That couldn't be further from the truth. This is difficult and sometimes heartbreaking work. Like Howard, I've also traveled on multiple occasions to Mexico and to the Northern Triangle countries. I promise you, these problems are real and not easy to solve, and we may never completely solve them. Howard provides the unvarnished, hard truth that border security is not simply a border problem. Border insecurity also is driven by choices made by individuals in states across the country who use and abuse illicit narcotics. Addressing border security means tackling the problems in the interior of the United States, as well as root causes in neighboring countries whose social fabric is deteriorating from violence and poverty. Our 50-state border crisis is a book for readers who are deeply concerned about the safety and security of the United States and want to understand how we can better achieve it. For best results, check your ideology and preconceptions at the door. The Honorable Heidi Heitkamp, Senator for North Dakota. Preface. Border security is a contentious topic in our nation today. As someone born and raised and living in the border state of Arizona, I can also tell you that it's a subject fraught with myths and misleading stereotypes. The good news is we now have Howard Buffett's book, Our 50-State Border Crisis, to help us sort it out. One of the most important myths Howard explodes in this book is that you are either a humanitarian who cares about immigrants or you are a hard-hearted border security advocate. Howard forges another path. He is a big-hearted realist, and he is a nonpartisan security advocate who believes deeply in the rule of law. Readers of this book will come to understand the complex forces at play on the border. He makes the argument that a strong, secure border both keeps us safe and erodes the ability of the drug cartels to exploit vulnerable people on both sides, and he shows how that is happening today. Howard is one of the most high-energy, committed philanthropists I know. I've traveled with Howard to some very difficult and dangerous situations, from the Democratic Republic of Congo to an El Salvador prison to inner-city Chicago. But the experience I shared with Howard that is most vivid for me was in 2015, when Howard invited me to tour the area.